Okay, so other day I didn't know. I think I got the whole, not the whole assignment, I got part of the assignment wrong. They said they wanted us to do an array, like an array, it's an array list. So that's square bracket we were doing. We are going to use that, but I'm still going to use array list a bit, like a tiny bit, as a bit of a loophole, because we'll just convert our array list to an array. Because they wanted us to, users should be able to populate the following arrays. So they need to populate these and these into arrays. And then we're going to do question 2. I'm just going to do question 1 quick. It'll be really, really easy and quick. We did in that other video, which I have to re-upload because I got parts of that wrong. And we'll just go through over question 2, which I think I got right. We do that, and then we'll just got unit testing, and we're done. So I'm going to open up NetBeans. Okay. I'm just going to copy over our task maker. So yeah, I'm just going to copy this over, just this. Yeah, and I'm going to just delete this, and then delete this, because I'm going to have to do it again. And then up here, I'm just going to do demo dot task maker. So we run it. Okay, so I'm going to use the array list again from the video I took down. So array list, I'm going to call it string list is equal to new array list, these brackets, and then close it out. Okay. And then next, what we're gonna do list dot add, and then we're gonna do they wanted the developer name, the task names, the task ID, task duration, and status. So I'm just gonna put, actually no, I'm just gonna copy these. So it's developer, task name, ID, developer, task name, ID, duration, status, 5. So one more. Okay, so we got developer here, task name, task ID. I don't think the order matters. Task duration and disaster duration and task status. Just gonna give these spaces just so it looks a bit nice. Okay, this one plus, I call developer details ddevs, and that J option pays the developer details. This one task name plus T name, and this one plus this inside bracket here. Or this, just this entire part, just a plus or that. So here, because this is our ID generator, just this part. Plus DUR which is what I call for the duration, and then status state for task status. Okay, now this is going to put it in an array list. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to convert this array list to a simple array. So then, if I remember correctly, I did arrays dot to string. If I remember correctly. Oh no, first I made an array. I call it popper, which is short for population, or yeah, string popper for population, because they want us to populate the array. So we do that. String popper is equal to, then we say list. Our list dot, and then we look for, it's here, to array. So we're just going to close this off. List dot to array, and if I remember correctly, I did to array, then we call it new string. So new string, and then this new string starts with 0. So I have to keep going back and forth. I only started doing this like 30 minutes ago. And then we do system out of print line. I will maybe do it in a Java campaign later. So the array is okay plus, just gonna put here arrays dot to string, and then list goes here. I'm pretty sure. Is it list? Oh no, not list. Popper. Popper goes here. Yeah. So then what will happen is this line of code will place the information into an array list, and then this line of code converts the list into an array. Actually, I'll just say converts an array list into an array. I'm just going to put square brackets just to show. So then if we did that, killer app, task number 5, task description, this is a test. It's completed, developer details, David Dill, 7 hours, done, this status is doing, click OK, and then here it is in the console. Okay, I forgot to add these semicolons just to split this so the person doesn't get confused. Not semicolons, these colons here, like these. And it just so it looks neater. But yeah, as you can see that now the stuff that we've done has been populated into these arrays. That's basically question 1 done. You know, I'm still going to try to figure this out where I can take this and put it in another method, because we're going to be using a different method for question 2. This was just for the population part. So at the bottom here, I'm going to say this runs the array app method. So down here, I'm just going to make a method called array app that's going to run after all of this. So I'm just going to call it array app, like that. For now, it's wrong, but I'm just gonna go up here and change it to demo dot array app. Okay, so that we created, and I'm just gonna close this. Okay, the reason why I put array app down here though was just so if I did run task maker, when task maker is done, it's gonna run the array app method. But since I did this demo.login, we're just gonna go straight to the array app. So I'm gonna close this, so we don't really need this anymore. Okay, so for question 2, we're gonna do public static boolean. I just like using booleans. You can do public static string, or yeah, if you want, but I don't know. I just keep using booleans. So boolean, let's do that. Return true. Okay. So at the end, what I wanted to do for the Task Maker app, I wanted it to say that once this is done, does the person want to check their list of applications? So I made a J option pane that does that. That asks you if you want to view the list. So I said J option pane dot show option dot log, if I'm remembering correctly. Made this null. Made this one. Do you want to see the task lists? Now remember what I like to do, I just like to press enter on these just so it looks neater. So down here, this, that, icon, options, so that, okay. So then title, list, oh, sorry, list option. Oh, by the way, just stop me if I'm going too fast. J option pane dot. We're just picking the message type. So if I remember correctly, we say this would be a yes no option. Yes no option. And then this one would be J option pane dot. And this one we just say the message type plain message. This is just our icon. We'll just make that null. Options we'll do it later, and then we're just gonna make this 0. Okay, so for options, remember like last time, we make an array for that. Well, actually no, because we're using a yes no, we actually don't need an array for options. We'll just do 0. If we do that, actually no, not 0. I think null will be fine. Because then if we run it, do you want to see task list? Yes, no. See, nothing happens yet. Okay. This is our J option pane. And then we're gonna call it, let me just press tab just to make it look nice. Tab, here you go. So we're gonna say int list op is equal. Is it int list op? Oops, yeah. One more. List op is equal to this J option pane. Okay. So then remember, we only have two options, and these not options are as numbers. So yes and no. Yes would be 0, and no would be 1. So then now what we do is we just do uh, if statements. But first, what I'm going to do, I want to do this way of, so at the end of each program that a person does, it's going to ask them if they want to see the task list again. I want it so at the end of each task, then it will ask for this. And if they say, okay, I want to see something else, they say yes, and they go to that. If not, it ends it. So we're going to do a do while loop. So we're going to do, and then while list up, here, this is kind of bothering me for a bit. Let me just turn off notifications on WhatsApp so it doesn't interfere with the video. Okay, back. Okay, so we're going to do while if list option does not equal to 1. So that's a do while loop. So then it's going to do all the code we're going to put in here, and then it's going to loop this as long as list option does not equal 1. And before we do that, we also need to take all of this part, all of this, and just place it in here. And then we're just going to do int list of small p. Here you go. Yeah, so then it's going to be like, okay, it's going to loop this whole program again as long as list of does not equal to 1. And if it does equal to 1, then it ends. So then I'm pretty sure it will work. You want to look at this again? Yes, it loops. If I press that, then it ends. Okay, so now we've done all that. We don't have to worry about this part. Now, I'm going to do another J option dialog pane. And this is just going to allow us to give different options. So for question 2, they want us to display the developer task names and the duration for all the tasks that are done. Then the developer with the longest duration. Then we also have to create an option to search for a task name, which will then display the task name, the developer, and the task status. Then we also need to look for give them an option to search for all tasks assigned to a developer, and then one that gives us the option to delete the task by name, and then another one that displays the full report. And then just for like convenience sake, I'm also going to add one that completely cancels all of this. So it's like, oh, you don't want to do any of this, just hit cancel and that. So as before, we do another one of these J option panes, J option dialog. But before we do that, we're going to do string. Again, if I'm going too fast, just stop me, Jez. Right now we're going string options is equal to, okay, so our options are display the developer, task names, duration for all the status that are done. So I'm going to call this one completed tasks. The next one, okay, actually, yeah, completed tasks. We're just going to make it, yeah, no, one line will be fine. Okay, so completed task. The next one will be developer duration, like the longest duration. So I'm going to put longest task, and then we've got search for task. Yeah, so search for task. So search task. Search task. Oops. Search task. And then next one, search for all tasks assigned to a developer. So we're just going to call this one search developer. So then that means we're going to find a developer and it's going to just show us all the stuff they're working on. So I'm going to call this one search developer. And then I remember they wanted us to be able to delete a task. So search developer, delete task, and then display reports. So delete task. Display report. And for convenience sake, we add a cancel thing. And then I'm just going to press enter, so then it just looks nice. So here you go, complete task, just so it's easier to read. And then cancel. Okay, now we do the J option pane. So J option pane dot show option dialog. Same as before, I'm going to press enter, 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 and just close this off. Okay. So this becomes null. We're going to call this one please select option title. I'm just going to call it a list app. Okay, title list app. Type of J option pane. So then we're going to look for the yes, no, cancel option. And then the message type, we're going to go plain message. You can go information message if you want, but I'm just going to go plain, just for the sake of it. Icon, null, options, and then for here, I'm just going to make this 0. And then also, we're going to call this int. This is our list app, so I'm just going to call this int LA list app. So there you go. So now we run this. Do you want to see task list? Yes. And here are options: completed task, longest task, search, search available, delete task, cancel, and stuff like that. And no. Yeah, we're going to fix that later. You just keep looping back and back and clicking it. Okay. So list options here. Okay, we've done that. If they say this, it runs this. Sure. Oh yeah, that's why. I set it so oh yeah, no. Okay. So I confused myself. I forgot. I set it so at the end of one of these, if you clicked one of these and you did the process and it was done, then it's supposed to uh, show the other pop-up. Do you want to check the list again? I haven't said anything for cancel, and then it's at the pop-up again, and I said no. It was supposed to break at that point. Oh, we'll fix that later. Okay, so we've done our list options. So we're gonna document this displays the options for us to manipulate the task arrays. Okay, so now we're just going to do the first one. So we're going to do an if LA is equal to 1. No, is equal to 0. Because remember, since we're working with Java and we're given the options, completed task could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just going to do I'm going to do like this. So if LA is equal to 0, and I'm just going to do it all the way to cancel. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then I need to do this 5 more times. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay, see, I'm clearly not good at maths then. 4. And then 1 more time. 5, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry, yeah. Really not good at maths then. So it's 6, the 6 options here, but it's from 0 to 5. So yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 6. Yeah. So I just need to do it one more time. Okay. So this is our completed tasks, longest tasks, search by task name, search by developer, delete, display full reports, and then cancel. Now for here, we're just gonna do a J option pane. I just do this for fun. You don't have to do this. I just do it so it looks nice. So J option pane dot show message dialog. No, have a nice day. And then break. So then it breaks the loop. And hopefully that will work. If I run it, yes, I want to see the options. If I click cancel, have a nice day, program ends. Okay, so we'll just ignore this, but we'll document this. This line of code ends the program. Okay, so now we're just going to do the first one. So, first one. Oh, yeah, okay. I forgot one more thing. So, they want us to populate arrays, right? By using these the details they've already given us here. The thing I just showed you just now, that was allowing us to populate an array with the details that we were using for task 2. And now they want us to do this, all of this, delete task name, stuff like that, with this information. So I'm just gonna check if I didn't put it before, after I put it. Yeah, I put it inside. Okay. So round about here, we're just gonna populate these areas with these user information. So I'm just gonna call this one string, person 1 is equal to, and I'm just going to copy these. If I remember correctly, there were 4 people. 2, 3, 4. So person 2, person 3, and person 4. Okay. First guy's name is Mike Smith. He was creating a create login task. His task duration was 5 hours, if I remember correctly. And he was on the to do list. Yeah. And the next person is Edward Harrison. So person 2 is Edward Harrison. Just gonna copy paste. Because Jasper programmers, laziness is our number one thing. Okay, Edward Harrison, create ad features, 8 hours, and it was doing. Okay, I'm just gonna type this out. 8 hours, and he was doing. Okay. Person 3, Samantha Paulson. She had create reports. Hers was 2 hours, and hers was done, I think. Yeah. Then we have, like last but not least, Glenda Oberhoser. She had add arrays. She had the longest time, which is 11 hours, and hers was to do as well. To do. Okay. Next. Okay, we've already done that. So then we just go here. I made a lot of space for no reason. Okay. These are the user information in array. Okay, this is just as basic as we're gonna get for now. I mean, because we're gonna hand this in 3 days, but I'm not too sure. I'm gonna try it out. I feel like number 5 here, because there's 4 people here, but number 5, I feel like number 5 might be the man-made one we did, just to show that, okay, here's the app that works with people who already have the information in, but then here's another one that you can make uh, just by using the details you've already done. But I'm not too sure if that overcomplicates things or not, so I'll test it out later. Okay, so then option 1. This one is for displaying the tasks that are done. Yeah, task names and durations for all the tasks with the status that are done. Now we do know that Samantha Paulson is done, and we could just simply print out. Yeah, we could just simply print out her information. But for the sake of marks, we'll do if arrays dot as list, and then Samantha is person 1 dot contains the word done. Then, okay, we can do this one of 2 ways. they want a task name and task duration for all the tasks with the status of done. Now we could just simply look at Samantha's information, which is done, and we could just simply do S out, and then we just take. Okay, wait, so we did it wrong. It's not person one. Don't make the mistake. It's person three. We could just do print out person three, and then okay, his status. Uh, yeah. So they just wanted the developer name duration. That's it. Developer name duration. Oh, and the status. Oh, okay. No, no. Then we can just do it this other way. Instead of just doing, I'm gonna do person three, but I'll just take this out just to make it easier. Okay, so once this has been met, we're just gonna do for string a colon person three. We're gonna print out, so s out. Again, I'm gonna put these all into J option panes, but I think console will be fine. So then we do person three. So then this will print out Samantha's information because she's done. So if we go F6, yes, I want to check out the list. Yes, I want to check her completed tasks. Okay, no, it's not supposed to do that. Person three dot, oops, okay, no, that's why. Not person three. That's why I messed up. It's A, not person three. Because we said string A is equal to person three. So then, and it's not supposed to loop that many times. So if we do that, yes, check Samantha's information. There you go. Samantha Paulson, yeah, create reports. Here's is 2 hour and it's done. No, I don't want to check the list. Have a nice day. Break. It is supposed to run while this is not. If I click no, it's supposed to end this application. Yeah, I'm just gonna add break down here. No, that won't work. List options. It runs all of this as this option does not equal one. And if it does equal one, deal with that later. Or did I fix it when I originally did it? No. We'll sort that out later. Okay. Okay, so that's basically question one. So for part two, for question two, this displays the completed tasks. Okay. And just remember, try and make the code look neat because somebody else is going to be marking this. And also, you got, like in the business world and that, they don't want it to look like a big, big mess. Okay. So, do you understand things so far, Jess?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay. Number two, display the developer and duration of the clause of the longest duration. Now, we already know that Glenda Oberhoser has the longest duration. So, same as before. Like again, we could just simply print out the information like, oh, she's got the longest one and stuff like that. Uh, but same as before, we're just gonna do if arrays dot, so arrays, not arrays, dot as list Overall is person 4, yeah, okay. And then contains, just gonna put 11. Another for loop. So for string B equals person 4. Figure out SOUT and B. It's gonna print overholds information. Do that. Yes. Longest. And there you go. No. Cancel. Have a nice day. This displays the dev with the longest task. Yeah. I mean, okay, this is pretty basic though, because we already know that it's the longest. What I would have done, but I think that's for maybe for another time. I would have done it so. Well, I would have looked for a way to do it as the. So if it's going to search through all of this, and it's going to look for the person with the longest digit, and whoever has the longest digit, then it's going to display that. But for now, we're just going to keep it pretty simple. Okay, so we've done question. We've done A and B. Now on to C, and C is display, search for a task with a task name and display the task name developed error lesson status. Okay. And what's going to be very helpful is this line of code again. So what we do here, first we're going to do another J option pane. So we're going to call it string ta uh, task F. We're going to call it task find is equal to J option pane. You don't have to use J option panes. You can use scanners, but J option panes are like show input dialog is equal to please enter task name colon done. Okay. Now we're just going to do a series of if statements. So if arrays dot as list, we'll just do an if order person 1 contains the value that's in our J option pane. Then we do for string. We're just gonna give this the same name. String C is equal to person 1 S out, and then C, and just to make this easier, we're just gonna copy and paste all of these. So, but it's good to leave spaces. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this, underneath it space, paste it, underneath it space, paste it, underneath it space, paste it. Let's see, we've got 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just to make it easy and less of a headache, just name these 1, 2, 3, 4, and then also just change these. So, okay, this is person 1. We don't change this. We'll change this to person 2. Same as this one. Person 2. Okay, this. Okay, not person 2. That's person 3. Remember, guys, always double check. You don't want to make mistakes. Okay. So then what this does is when we type the task name, if the task name, if task F, the stuff that we're going to input matches anything that's in person one. So if the task name, like if the thing we type matches anything in here, then it's going to display this entire array. So we're going to look for Glenda Oberholzer. She did add arrays. So if we run a program, we go yes. We go search task, and then we go add arrays. Then there you go. It displays Glenda Oberholzer's information. We'll do it again with somebody else. We'll look for create login. Somebody had create login. And if we do create login, here we go. We got Mike Smith's information. Yeah. And so we'll say this is for number 2. So this line of code allows the user to search for the task by name. Do you understand so far, Jez? Jez?
Oh, yes, I understand.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so now we've done this search by task. Now we're in this little bracket here. So we've done search for task, yeah, status. Now search for all assigned tasks by developer. So same as before, but now instead of just typing task name, we're just going to type the developer name instead. So same as before, we're going to do J option panes. We're going to go string dev is equal to J option pane dot show input dialog. Uh, please enter developer name. Okay, close that off. And then if statements, I'm going to tab this just so it looks nice. So if uh, arrays dot as list, and then same as before, we do person 1, person 2, so person 1 contains dev. So if it contains the dev name, then for loop, so string the person 1 brackets s out d. Same as before, we just take this space, copy, space, enter, sorry, copy, enter, copy, enter, copy. This should be 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an extra one here. Yeah. So this shouldn't be here. Yeah. So this is person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4. Like I said, for that other one we did, where we populated the stuff ourselves, I feel like adding it, like we should add it down here as person 5. But like I'll see, maybe later today, I'll see if that works out. Okay, so we run this code again. Do that. We search for by developer. Mike Smith, that's the easiest name for sure. Mike Smith. This is a thing. Search by developer. Okay. Let's go for Samantha. Samantha Paulson. Do that. And there's information. Okay, no, that's his name again. Cancel. Have a nice day. Okay, that is D, where we search by developer. You get that so far, Jess? Jess, uh, I'm just gonna take the silence as a yes. Yeah, okay. Yo, Jess, I'm just gonna take the silence as a yes. So now we're gonna do delete a task using the task name. And okay, we're basically just gonna be abusing the array.as list. Are you talking WhatsApp? Did I stop speaking? I'm still speaking. Can you hear me? Wait, I'm just sorry, guys. Let me just pause. Okay. So then next, we just do delete a task using a task name. So then now we have done before. So this line of code allows you to find the tasks assigned to a developer. Okay. Next one, we're just gonna wants us to delete the tasks. So same as before, we're gonna do string. We're gonna just call this one task deleted. The one is by task name, I think, right? Yeah, using the task name. So we're gonna call this one task deleted. So task D is equal to J champagne dot show input dot log. Mm, please enter the task name. Oh, wait, just give me a moment. Just need some water. I've been talking nonstop. Okay. So we're gonna delete the task using the task name. So gonna end that. Okay. So another one, another if statement using the arrays dot list. So arrays dot as list uh, person one, and if it contains task D, and then we do that. Now, what I was like, we could just say we could just put a simple system that other print line like, oh, the task has been deleted, but we have to actually show them that oh, the stuff that they put in is gone. So what we will do is, since we're working at person one, we're gonna say person one square 0 is equal to null. Null means that there's nothing in there. We could use these, but then technically I mean, say that's a blank space, but technically that does count that there's something in this. We're just gonna use null. So then we're just gonna copy these 3 more times. So then 1, 2. I mean, technically there's something there. There's null, but I just wanted this to show them that okay, the thing is deleted and all the information in it is gone. So then we got null, null, null. We do system dot at the print line. We'll say your task has been deleted. If we used array lists, but they wanted just an arrays. If we actually used array list uh, instead of arrays, then we would have used dot remove, and that would have actually removed the array. Like this is just basically we're basically just saying okay, here's what I want in the new stuff, and then Java is just gonna come and replace the new stuff with the old stuff, and then all the other stuff that we have is just gonna throw it away, and then just add it here into this new line. So we go here for string e is equal to person1 s out e. Okay, and then same as before, we just copy all of this space space enter. I mean enter. Okay, that's all our information, and then we just do mine edits. Okay, so this is person2. Person2. Okay, well, you get the idea. But because I'm doing this for the video, I'm just gonna skip all of this part. Okay, unpaused. Okay, so I changed all of them to the appropriate numbers. So then now if I run this, yes, delete tasks by their name. So Mike made a task of creates login. So if press OK, your task has been deleted, and then null, 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 just to show the user that okay, the task name is gone. The person behind the task is gone as well. The time that they put is gone, and then uh, the status is gone too. It would be like okay, I think it would be easier just to say your task has been deleted and leave it at that. But I'm just thinking like, you know, in terms of like a user or something, how would I know? Like it's basically just telling me my task has been deleted. But then how would I know if it really has been deleted, you know? Like I'm just supposed to take this program's word for it that it's deleted. Like I want to see like it's telling me, okay, all my stuff's gone. Okay, so cancel. Okay, and then we now last one is just display report. So you understand this part, right, Jez? I'm deleting the task. Jez.
Yes, I understand it.
Okay. It's not so much as deleting, it's more like replacing the previous information with something else and saying it's deleting. You know, so just replacing a value with another value that's worth nothing and just saying, oh, it's deleted. Okay. So then this line of code allows the user to delete the task by name. Okay. And then the last one is where we just show the reports of everybody's thing. So everybody's task. So like this line of code displays a full report of the tasks in process. Okay, and this we just do for string I. No, actually, this is we're just gonna call it string f. Yeah, string f. Person one. Because they don't want us to manipulate anything. They just want the full report. So S out, and then we're going to do F. And in between that, we're also going to do another system.out doctrine line. But we're going to do this. Make it have a blank space. So then when it prints this, it's going to be like, oh, here's our thing. Space. Here's another one. So then we're just going to copy all of this. Whoops. Copy all of this. Like that. Like that. It's actually good to add spaces in between. So it's easy to read. Okay. There you go. And then we replace that. So this is person one. This is person two. Person three. Person four. Okay. We do that. Run this. Do you want to see the program? Yes. Display reports. Then here you go. Here's all the information. And now we do that. Complete the tasks. Here's okay, it should be here. Okay, easy. Okay, yes. Complete the tasks. It should be running. Done. Wait, no. Okay, longest task. There's going to overhose it. Okay. It's supposed to loop and then do the other stuff. Something might be wrong here. Okay. If LA is equal to 1, then it's supposed to run this. Now, if LA is equal to 0, it's supposed to run overhose it. So if okay, we're going to clear this. Yes. Okay. It is showing the full report instead of overhose. Now, it's always good to double check where your issue is. Okay. So here's the full report. It's supposed to show Samantha Paulson, yet it is showing overhose. Okay, so I'm going to take all of this just to make it easier to read. I'm going to press tab. Here you go. So this is for number 2. Number 3. Make it easier to read. Okay, number 4. Make it easier to read. Okay, this is all for number 4. Number 5. Make it easier to read. Oh, okay. Yeah. There is a squiggly bracket that's missing here. That's why. Yeah. All of this is supposed to go in here. So I'm just going to take all of this, cut it. See, the finicky thing about this program, this language, sometimes it will work in the weirdest way possible. Okay. Tab, I'm going to press that. That's a lot of space. I don't like that. So now it should allow me to, okay, so if I go to display with full report, Glen overhauls is at the bottom. If I go yes, completed task. There you go. There's Samantha Paulson, and she's done. Okay. And then if I go yes again, search by developer, Mike Smith, and there's Mike's info rather than near Samantha's. And if I don't want to see that, cancel. Have a nice day, and done. So yeah, just that's basically question 1 and 2 for part 3. And then we just got to do unit testing, and then we're done. So yeah, you got any questions or?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Also to the guys who are going to be watching this later, uh, this is basically what I've like figured out for I think. Oh, okay. I only did this. I only figured this out like an hour ago, but hopefully, you know, this will work out well because this is mainly using arrays. It uses array list by like a tiny bit, like maybe like 2% of the time it's using array list, but it's mostly using arrays. So I hope this will at least help out for question 3, and then uh, yeah, this is about it. But I just need to see if there's a way for me to do a follow-up video where then I can just take that array list we did in Task Maker, put it here, and make it person number 5. I'll see. But if not, well, then this is part 3 of the POE, I guess. So I hope it helps a bit. I'll see you guys next time.